If French Cameroonians were courageous the way Southern Cameroonians are, President Paul Biya wouldn't have been in power for 42 years and still planning to take another 7 years again. If French Cameroonians were courageous. I don't know what happened to them. I cannot really explain. Seeing the day they killed Onyube and many UPC militants, a fear came into French Cameroonians to the point I cannot explain. Because I was just thinking about it today. What is actually happening? When you discuss with people from different countries, they are telling you that your president has been in power for 42 years and he is 92 years. Why are you people allowing him to run in Cameroon at that age and for all this year? You say, no, it's because they are doing this. You say, no, if it was in our country like this, we could have done this, we could have done that. But the only people in Cameroon who are courageous, who have been maybe troubling President Paul Biya are Southern Cameroonians. It's just as if President Paul Biya has instilled fear into the heart of all French Cameroonians. And all they are doing is either running away or answering yes, sir, to the government and to the CPDM. And the only way Cameroon can go forward is for President Paul Biya to leave office and for CPDM, the regime, to be uprooted and destroyed totally in Cameroon. If this is your first time joining TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. I just look at from the day from maybe 1961 up to this point, and during the abolition of the federal system of government, the only people who stood up or even tried to fight were Southern Cameroonians. And when they were doing it, many if French Cameroonians believed that maybe they were doing it for their own benefit, that maybe if they dissolve the federal system, the French Cameroonians will benefit so much. But many of them were still for federation. They prefer federation because if you ask all the opposition parties in Cameroon today, most of them are for a federation. But why are they not standing up? Is the question I keep on asking myself. When Southern Cameroonians stood up in 2016, before the Amazonia came in 2017, it was all about marginalization, in which all Cameroonians are experiencing marginalization. They are suffering because of the embezzlement and the corruption of the regime in place, but they refuse to stand up. And instead, trying to insult Southern Cameroonians, try to make Southern Cameroonians look like they have second-class citizens. But if they are breeding and even having a little today, from my own observation, it is because of Southern Cameroonians, because of the kind of courage Southern Cameroonians are having. I observe it all throughout today. And then I came to discover that the only people, if you ask President Paul Biya to open up sincerely, he will tell you that for 42 years in power, the only people he has been afraid of and trying to even give 5% of the taxpayer money to the population is because of Southern Cameroonians. If not, they could have embezzled everything. Why? That's the question I am asking my brothers, French Cameroonians. Why? Why is it that you people are just talking behind, but when it is time to stand up, nobody is standing up? Instead, you people are giving motion of support. And when he will take another term of office, you people will come back and say, nobody voted him. Why is the question I am asking. There is no way the regime in Cameroon can leave office if Cameroonians will not stand up. If we fail to stand up, they will still take over. Even if President Paul Biya will not be there, another wicked person that he has trained will still take over power and will continue with the atrocity of President Paul Biya. So what can we do? Is for all Cameroonians to stand up. Not that one part will stand up today, another part will stand up tomorrow. No, everybody standing up one day and say no to bad governance. And everything will stop. Because the strategy the government of President Paul Biya has been doing is that if Bamenda is up, they will take military from Babusan and send to support the military war that are in Bamenda. and they will suppress the people. They will overcome the people. If the population stand up in Biya, they will send military from Douala to go and support the military that are in Biya, and they will kill and they will dominate the military, the population. And if all Cameroonians stand up one day at the same time, I believe there will be no way for them to transfer military from one place to another, and the only way left will be for them to resign. This is my own observation, and I believe if Cameroonians can stop talking behind and stand up wherever they are in Cameroon one particular day, President Paul Biya, it is not an issue of whether thinking to resign. He will resign immediately, and anybody coming in, and this maybe will threaten anybody in the within the CBDM to say, I'm going to take over. And maybe an opposition parties will take over, where we'll have the Cameroon that we want. So the only thing is to stand up, not through voting. There is no way we can defeat the CBDM by voting. There is no one way, because they has corrupted